shot, do this shot, one shot, last shot, do this, money shot, money shot.
All in my key profession on the key possession. I'm OD aggressive when I run the rock. See me flexing in the winner section. If they press, I'm bombing on them off the top. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot. Toss a bullet, hit you in the chest and send a burner across your face from out the slot. Please don't test them, I bring heat and brush it. Have my hitter brush you, move you out the spot. Slump a hater, leave them in the field, or I'm in the kitchen whipping up a dot. Took it from the bottom to the top. Certified Madden money shot.
If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable coins for your college football 25 team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below.
The champ is here!
Welcome back, Money Team. This is Man Money Shots. Another college cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a brand new defense that I've been using and having a lot of success, that I first debuted in yesterday's gameplay video against one of the best tier 1 teams in the game, in the Texas Longhorns. But I didn't actually break down what I was doing. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to run this defense. But before I do, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. And if you guys need more help or more money plays, you can download any of my ebooks instantly simply clicking the links in the description or the top pinned comment. Now, typically when I use a tier 5 team, I try to search for a tier 5 team knowing that I'm not going to get one anyway. But at least I didn't get a tier 1 team like I did in yesterday's video, instead getting a tier 3 team in Rutgers, which means that this is going to be a much more even matchup. I start this game out on offense though, and I'm going to be using the gun empty base, which is the offensive formation that I put out in yesterday's gameplay, as I'm going to use the 9-8-6 switch most of the game, and I use it pretty much the entire game in that gameplay. So if you guys want to see more about this offense, I'll have a link popping up in the top right corner as well as on screen at the end of the video. As all I really have to do is put the Y receiver on a drag and the X receiver on a 10-yard in route, and both of those receivers will get open against just about any single defense in the game, while the RB receiver is a one-play touchdown against just about every single defense in the game.
Break yourself, fool!
We almost get a one-play touchdown on the very first play. And the only other play in this offense that I really use is the QB draw, which I typically only audible to if I see less than 5 defenders in the box, since I have 5 blocking offensive linemen. And that's pretty much the entire offense, just these 2 plays. As I see on the very next play, it looks like he's still in that matching cover 3. The defense I'm going to be showing you guys today is the dime rush, which is something that I debuted in yesterday's gameplay against what's probably the fastest offense in college football 25 in the Texas Longhorns. And I recently made a video about all the coaching adjustments that I make, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll have that on screen at the end of the video as well. But I just wanted to show that I do not make any adjustments to my zone drops, and that's because I want to use the matching principles, and doing this would turn them off. This was my first time playing Rutgers, so I really didn't know what to expect, but it looks like the running back is an absolute stud, as this game plan is to just walk the ball down the field running stretch runs pretty much the entire way. I mean, look at this. How did this guy break 3 tackles to carry my defenders for 10 yards?
I'm a walking fucking tank!
Forcing me to switch to a bigger defense in the 3-3-5 stack, but the results were the same, as he still ran the ball right down my throat the exact same way, to the point where I just ultimately went back to the dime rush because it really didn't seem to matter. And I chose one of my favorite coverages in the cover 3 buzz. I specifically chose this defense because this safety here is in a hook curl, and I know that I can use him and drop him into the box to bring an extra defender, giving me a much better look when it comes to run defense if I just simply pinch the defensive line with the D-pad to the left and down. And on the very next play, as long as I stand back far enough, I can shoot this gap and help out in run defense as we finally get our first stop. And I do like to switch plays a lot, which I'll show you guys later in the video, but since that play worked the last time, I'm going to use that play again. And you can see how once I bring this safety down to the box, we essentially have 7 guys in the box in what looks like a 4-3 defense, as my opponent tries to pass for the first time this entire game, and nothing gets open as he chucks it out of bounds, ultimately settling for a field goal in the first drive. Back on offense, it looks like my opponent switched out to a cover 4 match of some kind, but any matching style coverage is going to get roasted by this play.
He could go all the way!
So since matching coverage has these type of issues and a lot of people have game plans for them, I will often come out in the cover 3 buzz match before switching to the cover 3 cloud, as it won't change what the coverage looks like pre-snap, but it will change how they react. As the cover 3 cloud is a very good non-matching coverage, which means I'm going to switch in between these two coverages pretty much the entire game so that my opponent never really has a beat on what coverage he's looking at, as he ultimately runs the ball in the next play like he's been doing anyway. As I also like to mix in some blitz heavy packages to stop the run, like the Foxfire Zone Press and the SS Overload 3, both of which are plays that I keep in my audibles. So on the next play, when I think my opponent's going to run out of shotgun, I switch over to one of these blitzes, shift the defensive line in the direction that the running back is most likely to travel, and you can see how they completely blow this run play up for a loss. The better way to set up the run defense though would make sure that the blitz is coming in the opposite direction of the running back, as on this next play here I switch over to the FS Middle Blitz 3, as this safety and linebacker are designed to come right into the gap where the running back would go if it were a handoff. But since it's 3rd and long, he decides to try to pass instead, and you can see how typically when players are run first, run second, and run third players, it's because they're not very good passers, as he completely misses the running back wide open and tries to force it into double coverage.
Nope.
Ultimately punting it away. Back on offense, the adjustment he's making is now that he's using this outside cornerback rather than just changing defenses entirely, so he's going to at least force me to go to my check down, which is going to be an easy drag across the middle that I could typically get 10 or more yards anyway. Before on the next play, I see that he's not covering this tight end pre-snap, which means that I can just put him on a streak, as I almost take it to the house on the next play before I go right back to it on the next play to get inside the 5. From here, it's just a series of adjustments, as I see the wide receiver here most likely has a chance for an outside corner route to get in the end zone before I switch over to the QB sneak to punch it in. And now with a commanding 3 possession lead, I know even though he wants to run the ball, he has to throw it. So I'm going to be sending a different blitz pretty much every single time with the same cover 3 match defense behind it, as he almost throws an interception on the very first play. Before I send that exact same blitz again, only this time he's lucky that he overthrows this receiver. I might have had an interception.
That was a close one.
Before it goes back to a double drags concept, and I switch receivers at the last minute thinking that he was going to throw over the middle to give up a big first down catch and run. And I decided to switch over to what's probably my favorite blitz in the formation, in the Foxfire Zone Press. As all you have to do to set this up is rotate this cornerback out, pinch the defensive line with D-pad to left and down, and then hover the center with your user middle linebacker before dropping back into coverage. And you can see that even though he got the ball out quick, that nobody rotated over to pick up this blitzing outside cornerback, as he would eventually got around very easily before he throws the ball out of bounds. But you could also pick up pressure with other blitzes in this formation. As I switch over to the overload 3 press on the very next play, and all I really have to do is bring this blitzing middle linebacker over the left guard here to create space for this blitzing free safety up the middle, and you'll see how this safety can get pressure up the middle the exact same way, as my opponent switches plays at the very last second before hiking the ball, and you can see how this safety once again is coming in free as my opponent gets the ball out very quickly to the exact same running back that I thought he didn't see earlier. Well, he clearly did, because this time he gets all the way in the field goal range on just one play. As that's pretty much the entire basis for his offense's mesh double drags concept, as he runs it again, only this time we shut it down, before I decide to throw him another curveball in another matching style defense that I like a lot in the cover 6 match. As to me, cover 6 is one of the best alternate defenses when it comes to matching style defenses to use, as a lot of people just don't read it very well pre-snap, and that's exactly what happens to my opponent. Gotcha, bitch! As he throws an interception on the very next play to ultimately end the game, as the real genius of this defense is the fact that there's multiple looks you can throw at your opponent they're never really going to pick up. So I'm going to end the video there, but if you guys want to see more about the offense and defense that I was running, I have links to that popping up on screen, so just click links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.